Welcome back, everyone. Yesterday we started building a taxi cab garage to fit in our city scene. We're going to pick up right where we left off, and we're actually going to try to finish the project today. All right, let's get to it. Okay, I want a red band on the lower section of those walls. So I've got my tape, sticky side up. I'm going to try to line up the bottoms the best we can. Okay, now we have to figure out how high we want it. So, let's see. Okay, let's see what it looks like. So if you're wondering the height of that or how thick that is, it's about 9/16. Yeah, it's hard. It's in between a 1/2 inch and 9/16. So, I mean, you could just say 1/2 inch thick. Okay, next we're going to glue all of our doors together. I'll show you quick. So like these two here. This one gets glued on top of this one. And then the same with these big ones. It's two parts. So this one gets glued on top of that. So we'll get those glued together, and then we have our acetate, which is all pre-cut. I don't know if you can see that. It's all pre-cut. We'll get that glued on the back side of everything. The more I thought about it, there's big windows in the front and good sized windows on the sides. So I am going to paint the interior of the walls iced coffee, because you may see the inside. You're not going to see a lot of it, but you may see some of it. So okay, I think we're ready to start assembling this. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but we'll just figure out as we go. I love producing kits. I love making YouTube videos. Everything that I do, it's very creative. But the most difficult thing is time management and multitasking. And this is a daily, if not hourly thing that I deal with orders, fulfilling orders, making sure that I have enough material constantly on hand. Everything from wood to boxes to bags to rubber bands to resin for 3D printing. The list just goes on and on. And prioritizing your time, knowing what has to be done during business hours, or if you need to talk to other companies or order product, what can be done at night. So prioritizing your time it's a big one. I don't know why that's not. Okay, let's try a little super glue. Sometimes I have to do this because there's one piece of bracing there but then there's no more in this area. So you have nothing to put that against to make this perfectly square. So just take a piece, set it right there, and then press these together until that is sets up good, and then pull that piece out, making sure everything is nice and square. Okay, now this part, yeah, this part doesn't work. It worked when it was straight across, but now that it's an angle, you can see it's too short. Do I cut a new piece, stain it, and paint it? Okay, that is the right thickness, but it's too thin. I could double it up. Okay. Let me see if I have. I do have another piece. Could maybe even do 3 pieces. All right, we're going to extend this with this wide board on each side. Now, in hindsight, I should have recut this. It just needs to be an 1/8 on each side. I just don't feel like cutting a new one, staining it, painting it. Let me zoom in so you can witness this huge debacle. I know you're probably at home thinking, just cut a new piece, Jason. Stain it, paint it. It won't take that long. It probably is what I should do, but I'm going to do it this way. We'll see what it looks like. I may not like it once I see it on the structure. It's going to be 2 thick red pieces on each side, and it just might not look right. All right, not bad. And then our red trim will get put on top like that. And to balance it, I was just considering, maybe I'll have to put red up on the top part too, like that. Yeah, I think I am, but I might just use our corner trim so it's a little bit thinner. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll use this. Put that on both sides. Man, I've mentioned it before, but I love this part of it. I love the problem solving. It's just like a really cool challenge. You change things and problems evolve because of it, and then you're forced to solve those problems. All right, I am going to take my corner trim and do the back 2 corners, and then this one here and this one here. Now, I'll admit, this may look funny here on the bench. It's a pretty extreme angle, right? It's funny looking, but when it's sitting on the layout and you photograph it or show a video going by it, I think it's just going to blend in and just look pretty natural sitting there. All right, let me get my corner trim glued on, and we'll glue that piece across the top. So I'm gluing this all together, and I've been struggling with having the pieces like start to set up so that I can let go of it. And I was like, what the heck is going on? Well, all day I spent packing kits. We were cutting kits and packing kits, and my son works with me every day, Monday through Friday. And we were getting warm, and so we shut the vents in the basement. And now it's evening, and I'm working on this, and those vents are closed, and it's actually getting chilly. And because of that, my Elmer's glue is not setting up. So I just need to open those vents so that the heat can get to the basement. Yeah, we spent the entire day packing kits and detail parts. It has been really great working with my son every day. And he does not live at home. He has his own place. And so it's just something I didn't expect. I needed help, and he started helping me, and then we made him an employee, and it's been great. Okay, we're making some progress. I imagine these doors, all three of them, sliding. I don't know the intent. I don't know what they're supposed to be like. At first, when I looked at the picture, I can't find it, but I thought they were like accordion folded doors, but there's no line in the center. So I'm just making it look like they slide. I cut my roof card and then glued black construction paper to it. I'm going to let this dry a little bit more. I notice it's starting to curl up. I don't think it's all the way completely dry. So we'll let that dry a little bit, and then as you can see, it just slides in there like that. Alright, I'm going to rust my signs, and just using bittersweet chocolate and a sponge. Get a bunch of the paint off of your sponge. Then start to rust the signs. I took some pastel chalks and did some streaking of rust on it. Now we'll cut these out. Well, I got all of the rusted signs glued on and quite a few little detail parts. Even added some pigeons. Let me take the camera off and give you a closer look. I took this over to the layout, and the yellow was kind of dark. So I actually mixed some bright yellow with the cadmium yellow. And just sort of did some dry brushing. And I don't know if you can tell, but it brightened it up so that it sort of matches the sign more. Okay, let's take it over to the layout. I apologize. I'm sure the video is running a little bit long. I'm happy with this. There's a lot more that I want to do with this scene. I'm actually considering putting a chain link fence across the back and maybe on one side. Yeah, this whole scene is going to be very fun and a lot of work. All these buildings get fire escapes put down the front of them, big signs. You know, obviously we have to put in our street. So many videos coming up. All right, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, until tomorrow, stay motivated and happy modeling, everyone.